All right, let's find Christ. Give it a second. All right, let's check it out real quick. You know what I'm saying? It's like School of Universal Practical Knowledge, come out of 1 West 125th Street. I'm officer of 5000 Shalai Yala. You understand? And of course, I represent the ISUBK, the Commander Junior Hana. We're going to do this real quick. You understand? You got to ask yourself, are you willing to fight? The lifestyle you want, are you willing to fight for it? When we fighting for the kingdom here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. You understand? We fighting for the kingdom. We fighting for righteousness. And we're willing to fight in here. But the question is, are you willing to fight? Are you willing to fight against drug use, fight against abortion, fight against black on black crime, fight against Christianity, fight against Islam? Are you willing to fight against Egyptology? Are you willing to fight against these little devices that have been used to oppress our people? Are you willing to fight against it? Are you 10 toes down, ready to bleed or stop breathing because you want to fight for righteousness? Are you willing to sacrifice your life for the upbringing of your people? You understand what I'm saying? You got to ask yourself that question. You got to ask yourself, are you willing to fight? Do you trust in the Most High God? You understand? We have tremendous leadership in this school. You understand? From Commander Junior Hana all the way down, the generals, the captains, officers, we have tremendous leadership in here. You understand? And all of us are willing to die. All of us are willing to fight until we are bleeding or not breathing. That's what we're willing to do. And you have to ask yourself as a man out there that so-called love his people. You got to ask yourself, are you willing to sacrifice your life for your brothers and sisters? Excuse me. Are you willing to stop breathing or bleed for your brothers and sisters? You understand? You have to ask yourself that question. If not, if you're a money hungry bastard, this is not for you. You understand? If you're an attention seeking whore, this is not for you. And I'm talking to men. You understand? If you're an attention seeking male whore, then this is not for you. You understand? This lifestyle of guiding people and leading people and getting your people out the gutter, this is not for you. This is a military movement. We are militant men, you know what I'm saying? And we're striving to provoke the Most High to send our King back, Yahweh, to destroy this filthy, disgusting, oppressive place that we live in. You understand? But are you willing to fight for it? You understand? Let's go into a quick scripture. We're going to get out of here. You understand? One thing, I want y'all people to tune in, share this video, like, share, subscribe, and so forth and so on. You understand? And make sure, more importantly, you ask yourself, are you willing to fight? Or do you want to continue to be a goddamn stinking, filthy coward all your goddamn life? You've been a coward forever. Been a weed smoking, coke sniffing, drug selling, gang banging coward all your life. Are you willing to fight now? A real fight. You understand? And that fight starts with that nigga you looking at in the mirror. Are you willing to fight for a kingdom, for your nation to rise up? You understand? And live in unison and live in power. Are you willing to fight for it? Or are you going to be a weak, soft sucker? I want you to read what you got. First Maccabees, chapter 3. Let's start at verse 17.
First Maccabees, chapter 7.
Go make sure you put your mic to the mic so they can hear you.
First Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 17.
Nice and loud. That's right. First Maccabees, chapter 3, and we'll start at verse 17.
Chapter 3 and 17.
Con. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Let me know when you get it.
You know
what I'm saying?
First Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 17.
Let's get it.
Who, when they saw the host coming to meet them, said unto Judas, how shall we be able, being so few, to fight against the great a multitude?
You understand? Sometimes you might ask yourself, how can we win against these people? How can we win against the society? You understand? How can we win going against the military, going against the police force, going against the government? You know what I'm saying? Going against the president, going against these militias, the Ku Klux Klan, everything that's been destroying us for years. How can we win? Just being a bunch of poor, broke, hungry Negroes, poor, broke, and hungry Latinos, some drunk Native Americans. How can we win going against them, being that they destroyed us already? That they got their foot on our neck already. You might ask yourself, how can we win against a great multitude? You understand? This is a question that a brother was asking their leader, Judas Maccabees, at the time of war. Because you know, war is going on right now, right? You know, war is going on right now. It's been going on. You just realizing now that it's going on. I ain't talking about no Iraqi war. I'm not talking about Desert Storm. I'm talking about the war in your neighborhood, the war on your block, the war in your city, the war in my city. You understand? There's a war going on. And you asking yourself, how can you win being so few to go against this great multitude called America? This great multitude called South America, Central America. How can you win against this great multitude in the Caribbean islands, in England? How can you win against a great multitude? These same questions been asked for a long time. Well, let's see. Go ahead.
And so strong, seeing we are ready to faint.
Say it again.
Seeing we are ready to faint.
Go ahead.
With fasting all this day.
Now, we weak. We got crack cocaine, heroin, dust, you know what I'm saying, coke, all types of things that's slowing us down. We weak. We hungry. We need food drives. We need clothes drives. You know, we need coat drives. We need these things because we're weak. How can we win being so few and so weak? Aren't we called the minority? How can we win being so goddamn weak and so small? You understand? How can we win? Keep going.
Verse 18, unto whom Judas answered.
Now, this is what a leader said. This is what a true leader said to his soldier who was in doubt, who was weak, who was overthinking, who was worried, who was really scared. This is what a leader said. Go ahead.
It is no hard matter.
Say it again.
It is no hard matter.
Say it again.
It is no hard matter.
Remember that part. This is not a hard matter. It's not difficult. Go ahead.
For many to be shut up in the hands of a few.
It's not a big deal. It's not a hard matter for this whole American society to be shut down in the hands of a few ghetto niggas, in the hands of a few ghetto bitches, in the hands of a few low-lifes, losers, felons. It's not a big deal for it to be shut down in the hands of these weak people, these oppressed people. It's not a big deal for this big old strong government, for this military force, for this police force, for these militias, for these Ku Klux Klans. It's not a big deal for them to be shut down in the hands of just a few niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's not a big deal. Keep reading.
And with the and with the God of heaven,
Say it again.
and with the God of heaven,
With the most high God of heaven. Go ahead.
it is all one.
Is what?
It is all one.
It don't mean, numbers don't mean nothing to the most high God. It can be a whole lot or it can be just a few. The whole purpose is if the most high God is with you, you can defeat any goddamn thing. You can beat anything. You understand that? It's no big deal. It's no hard matter for the most high God. Now, in order to make it not a hard matter for most high God, you know what you got to do? You got to serve him. You got to be with him. 150% plus. You got to be with him on his side, riding hard. The same way you was riding hard with your niggas to go get weed or coke or dope or to rob or to steal or to go bang some whores. You know what I'm saying? You got to ride with the Most High God 10 times more than that. You understand? And it's no hard matter. Go ahead.
Khan. To deliver it with a great multitude or a small company.
It don't matter with the Most High God. He can do it with a great multitude or a small company. You understand? Don't get discouraged because you think you're weak. You think you can't make it. You think you can't hack it. You think you can't deliver because you living living a lifestyle that's destructive or disgusting or messed up, and you on welfare. You in the projects. You're hurt. Your mama's on drugs. Your uncle molested you, and so forth and so on. You got a lot of things going on. It's no big deal. You understand? The Most High God can make you a ruler over all. It has nothing to do with numbers. It has nothing to do with status. What it has to do is your bloodline and you willing to serve the Most High God. Keep going.
Khan. Verse 19. For the victory of battle standeth not in the multitude of an host.
It don't stand. Your victory doesn't matter about how many people you got on your side. You understand? That's white people thoughts. You know what I'm saying? You have more people. You think you're going to win. That don't mean a goddamn thing. I'd rather roll with 3 lions than 10 pussycats. You understand? I'd rather 3 lions than the 10 pussycats or 100 pussycats. I need 3 lions. You understand? It don't matter in the numbers. It matters in your willingness and in your diligency. That's what it matters. You understand? Keep going.
Khan. But strength cometh from the heavens.
Say it again.
But strength cometh from the heavens.
That's where your strength comes from, the Most High God. That's where our strength comes from. You understand? They tried to kill us with crack. They tried to kill us with heroin. They tried to kill us with all types of dope and abortions and everything else. We're still here. Now it's time for us to really gather ourselves together and raise ourselves up. Why? Because we can win this battle because our strength comes from the Most High God. You understand? Our strength comes from the Most High God. That's how we win. Not through bullets, not through bombs, not through grenades, not from voting, not from loving every goddamn body on the face of the earth. No, it's not that. Our strength comes from the Most High God. How do we get that strength? By serving the Most High God. By being obedient children and letting your father come outside and crush every opponent you have. You understand? There's nothing wrong with being a child of the Most High God. Right. There's nothing wrong with that. You have absolute power by serving the Most High God, who is your father. You let him fight every battle because he said he will. That's why. You don't got to swing a knuckle. You don't got to bust a gun. You ain't got to swing a knife. All you got to do is serve the Most High God, your father, and he'll crush every opponent in your path. Opponents you didn't even know were opponents, he'll crush them. Keep going.
Khan. Verse 20. They come against us in much pride.
The enemy comes against us with a lot of pride. It takes pride to take over a whole country, slaughter people, give them smallpox, destroy them and lie to them and say, we're Americans. It takes great pride to kill and call it Thanksgiving. It takes great pride to enslave and have you pick all types of cotton and sugar cane and everything else and then say, we helped you. by bringing you over here and making you do that. That takes pride. And they fight against us with that same pride. Keep going.
And iniquity to destroy us.
And they love iniquity. Nothing but homosexuals and liars and cheaters and murderers and thieves. They love iniquity. What's iniquity? Iniquity is sin, which is the transgressions of the law. You understand? Because we have morals as Black and Hispanic people. We have morals as Black and Latino Native Americans. We have morals, principles, guidance. That's what we have. You understand? That's what our Father gave us, a chore list. That's what our Father gave us, a list of things not to do. And it's our job to obey that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We got to fight for that. But let's keep going.
Gone. And our wives and children, and to spoil us.
That's what they want to do, destroy our families. Destroy us as Black, Hispanic, and Native American men. You know why? Because you're the greatest thing walk on the face of this goddamn filthy, stinking, disgusting earth.
Right.
You're the greatest thing walking on here.
Right.
You understand? The greatest thing. And their job is to destroy that. Keep going.
Gone. Verse 21. But we fight.
We do what?
But we fight.
Do we say it again?
But we fight.
No, we vote.
But we fight.
We just sit in the corner and pray.
But we fight.
We beg.
But we fight.
We walk hand in hand.
But we fight.
We fight. That's what we do. We fight for what?
For our lives.
And what?
For our lives.
We fighting for our lives. You see the police brutality. You see the murders. You see the drug overdose. You see the killings. You see the propaganda. You see it. But are you willing to fight for your life? Are you willing to fight for it? Are you willing to sacrifice and give it all you got? This thing ain't nothing about sitting back singing over the yonder we come and all this and to the mountaintop and all that garbage. This is about fighting, putting your life on the line, giving it all. Not just for you, you selfish bastard, but for your nation, for your people, for your God. Are you willing to fight for your life? Keep going.
And our laws.
And we're going to fight for our laws too. You know why? Because it's righteous how we live. It's righteous not to be a murderer, not to be a thief, not to sleep with your brother's wife, not to be jealous of your brother. These are laws that we live by, man. Keep going.
Gone. Verse 22. Therefore, the Lord himself will overthrow them.
Say it again.
The Lord himself would overthrow them.
If we follow the Most High God, if we fight for our lives and fight for our laws, the Most High God will overthrow these bastards. They think they did something heavy January 6th with that White House and all of that Capitol building, all of that. That ain't nothing compared to what the Most High God is going to do and what he will do if we provoke him enough. How can we provoke him? By fighting for our lives and fighting for our laws. That's how we provoke him. That's how we win this battle. And you got to ask yourself, are you willing to fight? Are you willing to do it? Or are you going to be one complaining, sorrow-soaking bitch? Or are you going to be a goddamn soldier for the Most High God and get up and win? How do you win? You fight. With that, we're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We come out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I'm Priest Officer 5000 Shalai Yala. Like and subscribe to ISBK No Cowards Yonkers. And so we're going to be doing this every day until Yahweh shall return. And with that, I say shalom.